Dearly beloved, today is the 50th day of Great Lent. It was June 18, 1815, the day of the historic Battle of Waterloo. The French forces under Napoleon clashed with the Allied army led by the Duke of Wellington. Back in England, people waited anxiously for news. Without modern communication, they depended on a system of semaphore signals to relay messages across great distances. One of the key stations was set atop the tower of Winchester Cathedral. Late in the day, the signal flashed. Wellington defeated. At that very moment, a thick English fog rolled in, blocking the rest of the message. The partial message spread quickly. Wellington defeated. Grief settled across the nation. The people mourned what they thought was a terrible loss. But a few moments later, the fog cleared, revealing the full message. Wellington defeated the enemy. Suddenly, everything changed. Sorrow gave way to celebration. Despair turned to triumph. What seemed like defeat was actually a glorious victory. So it was on that first Easter. Hope had died, even in the hearts of Jesus' most loyal disciples. After witnessing his brutal crucifixion, the disciples were devastated. They had given up everything to follow him. But now their Rabbi, their Master, their Messiah was dead, buried in a tomb. The fog of fear, grief, and confusion descended. In their hearts, the message seemed clear: Christ defeated. But they had only read part of the story. Then came the third day, Easter morning, and with it, the fog lifted. The stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. The message was now complete. Christ defeated death. And everything changed. Where there was mourning, now there was joy. Where there was fear, now there was courage. Where there was hopelessness, now there was faith. Easter flipped the story, not just for the disciples, but for all of us. It reminds us that what looks like the end is not the end. That in God's story, darkness never gets the last word. The resurrection didn't erase the wounds of Good Friday, but it gave them meaning. It showed that even death, our greatest enemy, had been defeated by Christ. Jesus defeated the enemy. Sin was conquered. Death was overcome. What looked like the darkest moment in history became the dawn of salvation. That is the difference Easter makes. It reminds us that when life feels uncertain, when hope seems buried, and all we see is fog, the story isn't over. The risen Christ is the full message, and because he lives, we walk not in defeat, but towards victory. Dear friends, he is risen. He is risen indeed. Wish you all a very blessed and meaningful Easter. Eapen Achen.